And welcome back to another hauntingly great episode of Haunted Indiana, Ghosts and Strange Phenomena of the Hoosier State, written by James A. Willis. Our second tale is called The Cromwell Cross. It's been my experience that no matter how strange or how unbelievable a ghost story might seem to be, there always ends up being a kernel of truth on the table. It's as if the story literally mutates over time as it is handed down from person to person or generation to generation. Such is the case of a famous ghost story concerning a dormitory on the campus of Terre Haute, Indiana State University, and a ghostly white cross that's visible on the building itself. Cromwell Hall, named after Terre Haute businessman Beecher Cromwell, was dedicated on November 1st, 1964. All was well for a few decades, but then a strange story started making its way across campus. Cromwell Hall, named after Terre Haute businessman Beecher Cromwell, was dedicated on November 1st, 1964. All was well for a few decades, but then a strange story started making its way across campus. As the story went, a student living on the 12th floor of Cromwell Hall became incredibly depressed and chose to end his life by jumping out his dorm room window. Soon after, a ghostly white cross appeared under the boy's window, perhaps signaling the return of the boy's spirit to the hall. Soon, people began to hear strange noises and footsteps inside the boy's former room. Number 1221, as well as up and down the hallways on the 12th floor. To prove this ghost story was true, students relating the tale always made sure they were telling it in broad daylight, in the shadow of Cromwell Hall. When they reached the end, they simply turned and pointed towards the 12th floor of the dorm. Sure enough, clearly visible on the red bricks underneath one of the windows is a white cross. Now, skeptics will tell you that the cross was put up there on purpose and was not the result of any supernatural activity. To that end, they would be correct, but a young man really did commit suicide by jumping from that very window. The cross was placed under his window as a type of memorial to him. Of course, all this does nothing to explain the ghostly activity said to take place in and around the young man's former dorm room. Take a poll to Cromwell Hall residents, both past and present, and you'll find that just as many of them have had paranormal encounters as those who say there's nothing at all going on inside the building. Wow. Interesting. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this second ghostly tale. Be sure to leave a comment, questions, concerns, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you would like to come find me, my social media links are in the description. And with that, boils and ghouls, I love you all.